So I just wanted to say that a lot of people are commenting and DMing me, and it's not necessarily hurting my feelings, but it is something that I want you guys to think about. I didn't start this account so it could become a meme page. I didn't start it so I could be like the voice of the people or anything. I didn't start it to be politically correct. If you knew me when I was younger in high school and had these pages, no, you didn't. Because I was not the nicest, and I would get banned for bullying and harassing people because I was just absolutely miserable with my life. And I think if you scroll down a little bit, you can probably see that that behavior still stays with me. Like, I'm still a bit aggressive, and I would like to be maybe not so aggressive all the time. But that's gonna take work. Yeah. So the reason I started this account is because I needed somewhere to vent about how I was feeling. And in the beginning, I didn't really do that much, except like on my story. But now, the more I do it, the better I feel. I honestly feel like this account has been better for me mental-wise than going to therapy. And I've been in therapy since I was like 15, and it's not helping. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not applying myself the way I should, but yeah, it really doesn't matter anyway. So I just feel like me socializing is my top priority. And I say it's my top priority, socializing, even though I'm a little bit awkward at it, or a lot awkward at it, because sometimes my jokes don't land like 99% of the time. But anyway, my main purpose for my Instagram channel is to socialize and to vent my feelings. Like, posting funny memes or funny reels is secondary to what this account is really for. And that is for me to make friends. Because when I was growing up, I did not have friends because my mother was a bit overprotective and kind of religious, and she homeschooled us. So I never really got a chance to like meet people when I was a kid. And I think maybe that kind of stunted my emotional growth, because now I don't know how really to interact with people much, unless it's like very small talk-ish. And yeah, I just feel like that maybe this account is helping me become more socially acceptable, maybe, in the eyes of other people, because I don't know how to interact with people. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I just don't know how to do it. And I feel like that's a lot of my mom's fault, because we weren't allowed to have sleepovers with anyone. Not that I had anyone to have a sleepover with, but we weren't allowed to bring people over to our house for a sleepover. Not that I had anyone to do that with, but that was the rule. And also, when I did get to high school, because I was homeschooled until I was 17, when I did get to high school at 17, I didn't have a phone, so I couldn't connect with people that were at the school, and I couldn't really make friends because everyone was like, oh, what's your Snapchat? What's your Instagram? And I was like, I am not allowed to have social media. And even if I did have a phone, I'm not allowed to have social media, like I said. So eventually I did get a phone, and I was able to give my number to people and stuff like that. But it never lasted very long because I was very odd in school, which was kind of my fault, but kind of not, because I was finally able to express myself however I wanted to, and I don't know if that really meshed with the social norm. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm awkward, and not in a cutesy way, like in a very off-putting way. And I think you guys have seen that through my Hinge posts that I post sometimes. People find me like weird, very weird. And I don't try to be weird, but I am. So anyway, I just feel, I don't know, I just feel like I've had this account for 3 years on Instagram, and it's almost at 100,000, and that's great. I love that for me, but I don't know how to run an account professionally, which I think is kind of holding me back in terms of making friends on this account, which I don't know if I really have the ability to do that anymore, because I don't want to sound like a dick, but because of my follow account, that people just hit me up to say, hey, can you promote my art? Hey, can you, which I don't mind doing, but it's more of a parasite relationship than anything. So yeah, I just wanted to start this YouTube channel because I know it's going to be really small. I know no one's going to watch it, but I can vent. And I feel like I need to start over because I can't really vent on my Instagram account anymore without like mass issues with these people, which 99% of the time they're great, they're cool people, I like them, but 1% of the time, you know, it's kind of hurtful to hear, why did you say that? Well, because that's how I feel. I'm sorry if it didn't come out right, but that's how I feel. So I was hoping that I start this YouTube channel and it doesn't grow, it doesn't go anywhere, which I don't think it will because I'm not very interesting to look at. But I was just hoping that I can just sit here and talk to the wall and someone will listen, maybe not. And yeah, I'm gonna stop before I start crying.